Okay, guys, so this is a retic, and you know how big retics get. This is a mainland retic, and she's sitting on a pile of eggs, and she didn't lay in the box because, you know, retics lay in those little boxes because they want to hide. But the problem was this snake is so small, it decided to lay under the paper. We uncovered it. So everybody, you see those giant snakes I'm with all the time? People don't realize it, but they don't have to be giant. They're only giant because I love giant snakes, so I feed them as much as they'd like to eat, as if they're in the wild and they found this perfect place to eat, this mecca of food. Now, but the truth is, there's a thing called a super dwarf. This is not a super dwarf, but a super dwarf is no more than an animal, a reticulated python that was on an island that had no food for lots of years. So so she laid outside of her box because it was honestly a better hiding place than that box. So check this out. Is this cool or what? Look at, oh, she's starting to expose her eggs. So she's sitting on about 8 eggs or something like that. She just laid. She actually carries some really special genes, we're hoping. We actually bred 2 possible heterozygous, which means it has a recessive gene. And so for all you people out there that think you have to have big snakes, and that's why you don't own a retic, it's not true. I'm with Edward. Edward here is actually working on he actually works on a page that we take care of that sells the retics. People always ask me, what do you do with them? Well, we sell some go to zoos, some stay here, they go all over the world, and we do whatever we got to do to get them good homes. Now, the funny part is these snakes just breed on their own. So look at that. So there's a couple infertile eggs in there. So she didn't lay all fertiles, but she laid some good ones. And it's an odds game. So there we go. Whoa, that one rolled over, so I gotta roll that one back over. Luckily there's a piece of paper so I know which way's up. So she's hanging on really tight. So there's a couple more eggs. So she's so small, she only had in her, like a super dwarf. The funny part is that some people have super dwarfs that lay 30 eggs, which is really weird to me because when we had super dwarfs, they laid like 5 or 6 eggs and they were like 15 years old. But there you go. There's infertile eggs and there's fertile eggs. Now, here's the part that's interesting. We thought there were more fertile ones. We're kind of surprised. But the part that's interesting is you see how long the egg is? When you use them, when a mainland lays eggs, they're a little bit longer if they're small. So they make a longer egg and less big. So that snake right there is 4 years old, pushing right at 4. And it's all up to you guys and how much you feed them and all that. That's how it works on how big they get. So you don't have to have a retic get giant no matter what it is, if it's mainland or a super dwarf. If you feed your super dwarf a lot, I promise you'll be surprised how big a 2nd generation super dwarf will get. So we got 3 awesome eggs, and you know what? We only need 1 to make some cool new snake, because this snake actually will make some brand new morphs, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. See you guys soon.